Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Samsung Tab ATIV 500T, and I will be doing a fresh video on how to install Windows 10 and install the current drivers that I have managed to find online. I will be uploading these to either my Microsoft Cloud or my Google Drive, or I will just upload them to the Internet Archive, so it is easy for everyone to download the drivers, as the old link got taken down. The new link that I uploaded replaced in my description that has a different file structure to what is in my old video. So with these drivers I am going to upload them to either one of those resources that I stated earlier, and then hopefully everyone can reuse this tablet and give it an extra bit of life. Even though it's not the fastest, if you have children, it will happily run YouTube or play some games that are on the Windows Store. Even though it is 32-bit and most apps now require 64-bit, there is still some games that can be used on 30. Before we go ahead, I'd just like to mention that we do need a USB hub, a USB drive and a wireless keyboard and mouse. If you don't have the keyboard pad for the tablet, you can just use a wireless keyboard and mouse or a wired keyboard and mouse. I just chose wireless because it uses up less USB ports and it's less strain on the one USB port that is just up here. We will need to use Rufus, which is already in my previous video, so if you want to go back and just watch that one and find out how to put Windows onto a USB, then just go and watch that video, and then we will continue with the installation. Okay, so we want to power the tablet on, and then we want to quickly press F10 until we get this pop-up that pops up here. So just reduces brightness so we can see, and then we want to go to the where it says UEFI USB and then press enter, and then we just wait for that to load. This could take a while depending on what USB drive you have, and I must put out there that this only works with USB drives. It will not work with an external hard drive or an external USB to SATA cable. This tablet is really finicky with what it accepts. I don't think it has the power through the USB to power a drive through the USB hub. So USB pen drive is your best option to get this running, and as you can see we have Windows 10 loading up, and this is possible. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but this video is possible by Windows X-Lite by FB Conan, and I will be leaving the link in the description to my YouTube videos. All of the Windows 10 versions will work on this tablet, apart from x86. So once I leave the link in, download whichever Windows 10 you want to try out on this tablet. I will also be doing videos on them as well in the future, or if you want to try it yourself, then go ahead. If you want to know how to put Windows 10 onto a USB stick, I will leave a link in the video now. It'll be in the top right corner. It should pop out. Just click on that, and the tutorial to install Windows to a USB is in that video. So okay, then let's get going. Let me just adjust this again, and then as you can see we have Windows X-Lite Micro 10 SE. Not sure what SE stands for, but we're just going to press next anyway. And then as you can see we have 3 partitions, which we're going to delete the first one. Just going to delete them, not format, we want to delete them. Again, this depends on the speed of your USB and your USB hub. I would recommend that you use a SanDisk USB drive as they are the most reliable. Now we can just wait for this to install. I will speed this up in the video, so go make yourself a cup of tea, have lunch, have dinner, go and speak to friends. Okay then, so the install is done. That so far it's took around 9 minutes, and then we just need to wait for it to configure itself and all that goodness. So I'm going to leave you again. Okay, so now we are on the final restart that is going to the desktop. Again, this might take a while, so just enjoy some relaxing music again for the third time. Okay, so now we are on the desktop. Not sure if you can see, I hope you do. I already have the drivers on the USB stick, so let's just go into there, and here I will upload these to the Internet Archive. Not sure why I have two Bluetooth drivers installed onto here, but first we need to find the chipset drivers, which is not on here. Okay, so now we can install the drivers, which I have downloaded. Again, I will leave these on Internet Archive and put the link in the description. So we're just going to extract these. First, we need to install the chipset driver, so make sure we do that first, else if you try and install the others, it won't recognise the devices if we don't install the chipset driver. We also can't install the graphics driver. We need to install that from Windows Update, and then we can update it through SNAPPY driver installer. For some reason, this VGA driver that I have downloaded doesn't work with the latest version of Windows 10. It works with 1804, I believe, but it doesn't work with 22H2. So we're just going to install this and wait for that to complete. Okay, so that's installed. Now we can just press yes, I want to restart, and it's much easier to use a touchscreen. I just wish I did have the keyboard to this tablet, but I don't, and I haven't seen it on eBay. Maybe I could look on AliExpress to see if they have any clones on there. Okay, we are on 44%, and what we want to do, we want to change this to best performance. And hopefully that should give us a bit more performance. And if we go to Task Manager, I can show you that this version of Windows 10 doesn't actually take up that much resources. So we are using just under 550 megabytes of RAM, and we have 1.4 gigabytes available, and we are using DDR2 memory, so that's why this laptop is a bit slow. We do have a Intel Atom with it has 2 cores and 4 threads. It's not capable of virtualization, so we won't be able to virtualize any machines on this tablet. Not like we'd be doing that anyway, because it's just too slow. And also another reason for this tablet's slowness is that Samsung decided to slap in a micro SD card, which is very slow. So that's why the performance of loading times is very slow. Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do about that. We can't use the SD card slot, or there is no other way to put a SSD into here. We are just stuck with this SD card. Okay, so we're gonna just close that and go back to installing the drivers. As you can see, we now have digital storage, which I do have a SD card in here, and we are just going to finish installing the drivers. I'm just going to delete this, and we can delete that one because we don't need that one. Let's extract the Bluetooth. We can install that next. Okay, everyone. I have gone ahead and extracted all of the folders, so that it doesn't take up so much of the video waiting for them to extract. But I have installed the chipset driver. We are now going to install the Bluetooth driver. I won't be installing the internal VGA or the touchpad driver because I don't need those. Only install these if you are on Windows 8 or early versions of Windows 10, as this VGA driver causes Windows 10 22H2 to blue screen, and it will just go into a boot loop of keep blue screening, and you will have to reinstall Windows all over again. So we're gonna install Bluetooth next, and we're going to press agree. Now, I'm sorry that this video is quite long, but I want everyone to see the experience that I am having with this tablet, and I want to show everyone that this is real and it is not fake, because I know some people are not able to get Windows 10 22H2 to install on their tablet, because it just doesn't let them. And I believe there is a reason for that, and I will make another video how to force install Windows 10, the full version of Windows 10, and we have to do it through CMD. It is quite a lengthy process. So the next video about this tablet, I will do a video for you guys that can't get onto Windows 22H2, and hopefully you can bring life back to your tablets for, I don't know, so if you have younger nieces or nephews, or if you have young kids yourself, this tablet would be great for them, just to play lightweight games. I don't think it will play Roblox or anything like that, because it doesn't support DirectX 10, but it will watch YouTube and play some Flash games. Okay, so that's Bluetooth now installed. As you can see, we have the Bluetooth devices just here. I don't need to do a VGA or touchpad. I've already installed a chipset, so now we're just going to install the touchscreen driver, and we'll just let this do its thing, and that is installed. And now we are going to install the wireless drivers. And we're just going to let this do its thing again. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. Okay, so there is the Wi-Fi installed. Let's see if it's installed. Yes, it is. There we go. We have all our Wi-Fi networks available. So now I'm just going to restart the tablet one more time, just so all the new drivers can load up correctly, and I will be back once everything is loaded up. Okay, so we are now back. Let's just refocus the camera. There we go. It's a bit fiddly. Okay, so now we are going to connect to the Wi-Fi. Let me just get my keyboard here. And connect to the network. Hopefully I won't need that keyboard again. And we are now connected. At the moment we don't have the graphics driver installed, but Windows update should fix that soon. And we don't need that zoomed in that far. Not sure why it's zoomed in that far. Can we change the refresh rate? No, apparently we cannot. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're not going to use the built-in Windows update. Let's see what's in here. We are going to update we are going to use the Windows Update mini tool, as this is a lot faster than traditional Windows updates for the settings. I will also put this link in the description. And we are going to run the Windows Update mini tool times 86 version, and we are going to include Microsoft Update and Superseded. Oh, there we go. Just be really slow, and then we're going to check for updates. Hopefully this shouldn't take long. Oh, okay, never mind. I need to change the date and time. I didn't even know that that had reset. That was my bad. We want to synchronize now. There we go. And we're not in Canada. We are in the United Kingdom. There we go. London. And that is synchronized as, yep, that is correct. And now hopefully we can check for updates again. Okay, so as you can see, we have got some updates, but they are only driver updates, and that is the Wacom technology driver. I'm not sure what that is. We have Realtek Media Broadcom driver update for Broadcom serial buzz driver over UART buzz enumerator, and we have the Intel Corporation graphics adapter WDDM 1.2, and we have the Intel DPTF. So we're just going to select all of these, and then we are going to press install updates, and this shouldn't take. And let's see, well, we have the Intel Graphics Media Accelerator driver down there. Let's have a look in display settings. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we are at 1366 x 768. Some of the menus, if you've noticed, do not show up correctly. That is due to the graphics driver. As far as I'm aware, there is no known fix for that. So we'll just that is just one of the bugs that we are just going to have to stick with, is these see-through menu bars. And the start menu is not like it on this version of Windows because it is modified. But yeah, that is it for the drivers. If that's all you wanted to install Windows 10, then thank you for watching the video. You can leave a like and comment now if you want, and be on your way. Go and enjoy your tablet.